Now you can find your Pixel 8 or Pixel 8 Pro anywhere, even whenever it's dead. Yes, even when the battery is completely dead, you can still find your Pixel 8 or Pixel 8 Pro thanks to an update that rolled out last week from the Google Pixel guys, the Android Find My Phone app. And it's nice because you can use the Find Your Device app even without having a Google Pixel phone. It's out there on Android, it's Google's app, you can download it. Very, very easy to get. So if you want to pick it up on one of your other devices, just go to the Android store and then, well, get the Find My Device app. So what this recent update has done is if you've got a Pixel 8 or 8 Pro, and hopefully they'll backward compatible this to some other phones, very similar to iPhone devices, you can find your phone and it uses basically other people around you to find it. Now that could be concerning. I know there's privacy considerations and stuff, but the nice thing is basically it uses the internet and other Bluetooth capable devices that are in the area to basically help detect the signal and funnel it back channel through Google's network to your phone so you can find it. The nice thing is that information is private, it's encrypted end to end, only you're able to see it. So even it's basically like the air we breathe. You get the Bluetooth Wi-Fi signals bouncing around. They're ubiquitous. They go in and out of things. They go through your phone all the time. Except, well, Google uses some of that information on the back end, like an SOS message being emitted from your phone, and then basically it pops up on the map, and you're like, all right, cool. Now I can see where my phone is at. So I'm very glad that they came up with this because you never know. And it's cool you've been able to find your phone, but what if your battery dies? What if something happens and for whatever reason you run out of power, you turn your phone off, heaven forbid something happens to you and you're in a position where your phone gets turned off and you're compromised, somebody can be able to find it. So that's kind of a nice thing. Uh, and it's free. And I like free stuff. And hopefully you like free stuff too. So right now it's available to use with the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro. Of course, like I said, you can do the Find My Device app. You can use that with anything. I've got a whole list of all my devices on here. So if you didn't know this, you can track your device if it's powered on and you're signed into a Google account, you can find it using the Find My Device app. And it's pretty neat. So basically all you do is you go in there, you tap on it, and then, whoop, making some noise there. And then it will show you on the map where it is. Now, I'm not going to show you because mine's at my address, and well, I don't really want y'all showing up at my house. And not that I don't like you a whole lot, but I'm not going to show you the address to my house. But it's pretty neat. And then what you can also do is you can go in and you can press play sound, you can press secure device. Well, I don't necessarily know if those work when the device is off, but it's something you can do remotely if you've never messed with it before. If you're trying to find your phone, for instance, here I'll hit the play sound. Ta-da! Like I couldn't find my phone, and you just use the Find My Device app on any other tablet. You can use it online, even you can do that, and you can use it with another phone. So very easily, you can send a sound prompt to your phone, and it pops up and it plays a sound, and you can secure the device. And also, you can press Get Directions, and you can open it with Google Maps, and it'll give you directions to go get your phone. So I think that's pretty cool. It's nice to get some like these modernizations and updates. Ever since they came out with the AirTags and Apple and all that stuff, that was a big hot topic the last couple years. But in the Android world, we don't really have anything quite that robust. So this is another step in that right direction. Again, I'm sure that this will get retroacted to more devices. I'm sure that we'll see it when we get the Pixel 9 later this year. We'll see it with the Pixel Fold 2, and hopefully it rolls out to other phones. Like if you got a Samsung phone or whatever, it would be nice to use this. Now, what they said when I was reading the article about it is that it works even when the device is powered off, or because there's still a charge is going to that Bluetooth emitter that's in the phone, so it can still send the signal to notify you of its location. But when the battery dies, your phone is not dead. Like when your phone battery dies, there's still just a tiny little bit of reserve power left in there to keep the memory on, keep the battery, like keep the memory primed and all that stuff, and to power a couple of different features. Even though you can't actually turn on the phone and use it, there's just a little bit of power left. And what they said is that gives it enough energy for a couple hours afterward to where it can still send out a signal to let you know its location. So it's not an indefinite thing. This isn't like your phone battery died, it's been dead for 3 years, and there's no charge on the device whatsoever. This is like, okay, your phone died maybe 4, 5, 6 hours afterward. There's still that lingering charge, even after it gets to 0%, where you can go and you can look on your device or look on a tablet, look on your computer, and find your device and see where the last known location, well, see what the current location is because it'll broadcast that. And I think it's neat the way that this technology works because it siphons off of the location of other stuff. It's kind of like Marco Polo, but people don't realize that they're playing. And you could have 10 people at a restaurant, you left your phone, it fell underneath the table, you didn't realize it, and it can be pinging off of other people's signal that's there, recognizing that your phone is emitting a location message, and then you can find it. Now, there are ways you can opt in and out of this. They have like this aggregation, non aggregation option, or you can just opt out completely to where it doesn't use your device and you don't participate in this program. But yeah, that's probably going to come out with more stuff later on, more information on that. I'll have to do some more research on it. But Google is committed to privacy, and that's one reason why it took them so long to get to a point where they could roll this out to where it safely does this. It's end-to-end encrypted. You're the only one that can see it. Other people don't even know the information is being passed through their signal connection. And apparently Google can't identify names or anything based off of this, just the location of the phone. So there is a lot of safety and privacy stuff in there, but it's interesting. I know there's people that probably rolled their eyes whenever I said, hey, Google's committed to privacy. Now, Google is committed to keeping other people out of your information. Google likes to be all up in your information as much as possible. So it's not like, yeah, I know that there's a lot of sarcasm in there and it's deeply embedded with people's lack of trust for Google. And I understand that because, Papa Google has access to basically everything. And that's why I kind of get it's funny to me when people talk about de-Googling Google phones. And I don't want to harass anybody. But there are people that buy Google phones and then try and remove all the Google services and the Google features and everything that makes them Google about it, thinking that it makes their identity completely anonymous and Google's not having access to anything. Like, look, ultimately, if you have a phone and it uses a phone signal or it uses an internet signal, somebody knows where you are. Somebody will be able to find out where you're at in the event that they need to if you were using your phone for some nefarious or illegal purpose. But yes, I like the idea of the anonymity. I like the idea of being able to have your data basically be able to find your phone and it's secured and it's end-to-end secured, so that way you know that you're good to go and your data is not being compromised, your location's not being compromised, your identity's not being compromised, and that's the important stuff. But that's pretty much it. And maybe I'll make a video later, but basically Google's killing off their VPN service, which is because they said nobody's using it. But still, for people who use the Pixel VPN, that's fine. Like that's come out in the recent years. They're talking about their Google One, Google VPN service. They're going to be killing that off at some point in time. They haven't determined or said when yet, but it's coming in the future because they're saying people don't use it. But for those of you who have the guaranteed one inside the Pixel phone, that's still going to work for who knows how long. So anyway, that's all I got. I just wanted to bring that update to you and let you know it's a cool new feature rolled out last week with the Find Your Device app. Go ahead and test that out. Have fun with it. I mean, I don't recommend taking your phone and like leaving it at the park and then driving off and trying to find it. But I mean, you can play around with it and have some fun. So that's all I got in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.